Many of you will recognize that. It's a bobsled. You can see the trails behind the runners. And on the front here, you can see the driver's handle that folds down. And if you look at the handles here, yes, they are actual handles. And I'll give you an indication how thick that material is. See if I can get a really close shot of it. Remember, this is a .7 pencil lead. So that is barely. That was tough to do. And you can see the three guys are tucked in behind the driver. And you can see their arms in there as well. This is another one that the ball was rather flaky and hard to keep together. The handlebars ended up breaking off, and I just never bothered putting any metal ones on. But you can see it's a V-twin. There's the one cylinder, there's the other one, there's the primary cover, the gas tank, the seat. You can see the exhaust here, and some spokes on the wheels, plus of course the headlight. This one cut a little better, so you can see I have a little bit better detailing of the primary. There's no cover on it. You can just see the belt and the pulleys. Once again, it's a V-twin chopper. The forks are individual. You can see the exhaust. You can see the oil tank. There is a gas cap, tail light, and you can see the hatching, cross hatching in the seat from the upholstery. And again, these are actually parts of a paper clip. I made the handlebars up. This one was one of the first ones that I actually added just a little bit. You can see the seam here where I added this bit, and also on the front wheel I added a little bit, just so I could get adequate detail in. I wanted to make it a little longer, so that's about 1.5 inches long by 3/4 inch tall. And also, if it'll focus in on it, there is tread on the back tire. Ones that I've seen online quite a bit are usually people's faces, and they do them. So I did one of a hockey player, and the reason being, I thought Nitro sounded like a hockey helmet name. Figured the guy would be kind of scowling and growling and missing a tooth. A band-aid. You can see the band-aid on his chin here. And the ears are in there. And this was all done inside the ball, and then the pieces I cut out, I shaped them and shaved them down to make the buckle for the helmet. And of course, ventilation slots in the top of the helmet. That's and if you look closely, his nose is crooked, Kind of nose you'd expect to see with a hockey player. Getting back to almost a one piece again. This is one of the ones I like quite a bit. The little goalie. Now the net is very thin, but it was done in one piece and very difficult to do. It's got a water bottle on the top of it, and you can see the goalie has a mask, the glove, the blocker, and you can see the bit of tape on the stick is actually from a Sharpie, and I did put a puck in front of him. The puck is just a little offcut from one of the brown centers. So that's one of the ones that I like. It's my little goaltender. Three-quarters of an inch wide. This is another one that was chipping. You can see right in front here where a piece chipped out. So I couldn't get a lot of detail into it, but this was a Bell Jet Ranger helicopter. And initially I had the blade carved out of the stuff, but it was just too brittle and it broke, so I actually took a small piece of a toothpick and shaved it down. You can see how thin it is comparing it again to the pencil here. That is 0.7 pencil lead, so you can see how that's 1.4 maybe. That's the Bell Jet Ranger, and it does have the little stabilizer wings on the side of the tail boom. I think you guys can tell what this one is. Space Shuttle. I did have a multi-piece on the Canadarm there, but it broke off. It was made also out of a toothpick. The 3 engines. You can see the pods where the parachutes are. And that was carved out of one piece with the doors open and then hollowed out inside. And you can see the little porthole and door in the back of the cab here. Back of the cabin, you can see the opening for the door with the little porthole window in it. This one is an F-86 Sabre. Again, done in one piece. My dad's cousin, I guess he would be a second cousin to me or whatever, flew F-86 Sabres in Korea. Had 8 kills. His plane was called Migmad Mavis. George Riddell. Retired as a lieutenant colonel. This is another one of those ones that the ball would chip and wasn't easy to carve, so I didn't put a lot of detail into it. But you can see where the holes are for the anchors and some portholes along the sides. little tiny rowboat on the back here. And this is one I haven't quite finished yet, but it's going to be one that I add on to. These are various presents around a Christmas tree base. And if you look, there's a train track and a little train with a box car and caboose on the back. And a couple more presents stacked up. And what I have to do is I have there's stuff, it's like a pipe cleaner. It's called Bumpy Chanel. And it basically gets wide and thin, and a lot of model railroaders use them for trees. And I have some that I have to dig out, and I'm going to drill a hole in this and then put it in, and this is going to become one of our Christmas ornaments. I'm going to let you go. Catch you later. Have a good one.